Hello everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is the simple insert for a journal. I've been itching to play with my watercolors. I've kind of gone off of Christmas now. I know this is releasing just before Christmas, and I have done all my Christmas tags and everything, so I wanted to play with some color and just have some fun doodling. Kind of take the pressure off. Christmas can get a little overwhelming. I'm sure you're all familiar with the holidays and how exhausting they can be. So this I thought would be a little change in scenery as far as Christmas is concerned. So I have done a video like this in the past where I just do what I call watercolor doodles. I play with geometrical shapes and some organic shapes. I take whatever's on my desk and trace some shapes, basically. And then I'm just going to apply some watercolor paint to it. So I'm using my, I believe it's my Meliang paint set. And I'm just choosing some browns and some blues because I tend to be drawn to that kind of color palette. And some raw sienna, just raw sienna, I believe, and some soft blue. I don't have the legend for these colors anymore, but it's really just to kind of see how you throw down the color, drop colors inside each other, and just let them play. This is a really fun exercise to warm up with too. I find it extremely relaxing, and I just need this time of year. Christmas is just very overwhelming sometimes, and my brain gets all fired up, and it gets fired up to the point where I'm no longer productive. So I think it's fun to just kind of reset the bar here a little bit and just have some fun. So you can see I'm dipping more saturated color inside of wet color. And I love doing this because you really get to see how color reacts to each other. Now this paper I'm using is just a cheap index card. This is not watercolor paper. Again, this is just going to be an insert for an art journal that I'm planning on building in the new year. I wanted to play with palettes and most likely cool tones. There is a lot of snow outside still, so I'm very much in the cool color phase, though I have already started craving color. I filmed a video already on some little florals, and I just added some pinks and greens to them because I get to the point where I just itch for color. And it's only December, but it has snowed so much here. I feel like I've been in the North Pole for a good month. And as pretty as it is, it does wear you down after a while. It tends to get into your head, and I just get overwhelmed this time of year. I'm so overwhelmed right now, I'm babbling away. So here I just trace some rectangles, and I'm going to use the color palette that I chose with the browns, the green, and the blue. And I'm just going to overlap those colors and do a little geometric, oh my goodness, shapes on the other side, which will show up on another section in the journal. And I still have my cold, so my brain is foggy, and my voice is froggy. So I apologize for that. It will not go away. I've started around antibiotics. They don't seem to be doing anything. So I'm not sure what cooties I've picked up, but they are pretty good ones. So now that I've done the painting, and you can see it was very loose, I'm going to start, it's dry now, so through the miracle of editing here, I'm going to start playing. So I just pick up on some of the stains and patterns of the ink, and I will start to doodle some patterns. So like I said, I've done a big video on this before. I'll try and remember to link it below. I think it was actually a very similar color palette to this as well, and I really enjoyed it. It's been a pretty popular video, so I appreciate everyone who has watched it, as well as my other videos and all the support I've had on my channel in the last 2 years, I believe I've been doing it. I'm at over 61,000 subscribers, which I can't believe. I mean, honestly, it blows my mind when I think about how the channel has grown, and I have all of you to thank for that. So thank you so much. It means the world to me to think that people are watching and trying these things. I get a lot of positive feedback, and that is very encouraging. I do get some negative feedback, but I do my best to focus on the positives. So thank you to everyone who has mentioned some wonderful, lovely comments, some suggestions, and most of all, hearing that you guys are giving it a try. Taking some of these ideas and turning them into your own makes me really happy. I mean, that's the whole point, right? Of doing these kind of tutorials, to get the juices flowing and inspire others. So I'm just doing a little line pattern up the side, and later I realized I don't particularly like it, so I end up coloring that out. Through editing here, you don't have to watch me color in every section like my original video. I don't know, I find that a little bit too tedious. So I've decided to edit it, and once I start drawing the pattern in, I will go to the section that's completely done. So there I've done the half circle. So here I am filling in that line. I just found it a little too distracting. And that's what I love about these doodles, is you can break them up to foreground to background, and play with the elements and the overall design. And the goal is basically balance. You're just looking for something harmonious. So you can make the pattern itself more of the focal point, or you can make the watercolor stand out, and the lucid and fluidity of that watercolor can be the star of the show. It's really just a question of what kind of doodles you like to draw, what patterns you like to do. I do love this polka dot pattern with the white and black. I find it very striking against this color palette, and I'm drawn to it a lot. So I use it quite often in my doodles. And then something as simple as lines and stripes. And you can get a really fun, interesting result from playing with this. And for me, it's extremely therapeutic. I just sit here, my mind goes pretty numb. All the distractions in my life are out of the picture, and I just relax and reset my brain. And it's one of the things I really love about art. So I draw in that circle that I traced with the glue stick, and then after looking at it for a while, I realized I don't love it, so I change it. So you're not committed by any means to the shapes that you've drawn already. So my tip if you're going to try something like this is don't overthink it. Just go ahead and put some shapes in, and then throw some watercolor down. Let it pool. Let the colors mingle. Even if they look ugly while they're wet, give them a chance to shine, because when they dry, they might surprise you. And then go in with your pen. So here I'm using a Micron 0.2, I believe it is, and it is a waterproof pen. So if I were to decide to add more watercolor on top, it won't bleed, so something to bear in mind. A bleeding pen can also give you some pretty cool effects. So really use whatever materials you might have on hand. And again, you don't have to use watercolor for this. You can use watered down acrylics. You can use ink. You can ink drops, whatever you want. Just let your creativity flow, and have fun with it. Experiment. Look through books. Look through your house at different textures and patterns that you might have that might inspire you. You'd be surprised what you can come up with just doodling all by yourself in a nice quiet little place, and maybe listening to me in the background ramble on. So I'm just putting some lines. I'm looking at the overall balance of it. Do I feel that it's comfortable? Do my eyes move all over? Are they drawn to one specific thing? Is it harmonious? And basically, is it pleasing to the eye? Do I like the geometrics against the organic shapes, which is something I really do love, and I'm really pleased with it in the end. So here I decided to put in some stamps. I want a little bit more texture, but I don't want to doodle anymore. So I thought some numbered stamps could be fun. I do love fonts and numbers. So adding just a smidge of this. These are the Tim Holtz stamps. I'll try and remember to link the collection below. I don't keep all the packaging together anymore, so I can't remember the exact collection it came from, but I will try and remember it. And I love these stamps. They're so great to use. So I just add a few in a few spots, and it just lends a little bit more interest to the drawing. And then to make it cohesive, I'll add some to the other page that is going to show up on the other part of the journal. But why not? You know, got the stamps out. Let's have some fun with that. And that's it there. That's the finished result. I will do a close-up in a second. I hope this video inspires you to take some time out for yourself and be crafty for the Christmas season before you get overwhelmed like I have. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season and peace on earth. Take care, everyone. Bye.